it's going to get sticky because I think you probably could look at some legal ramifications for some of these people in some of these states that are not willing to live by federal law. I mean, the law is the law. And if you're impeding it, I mean, Tom Homan was very, very clear about this. You get Ilhan Omar, for example. Did you see her? I played this for you guys the other day. She's out there giving a seminar, not even a webinar. She was doing this in person, trying to advise people in their language on how they could avoid the feds. And I'm like, this doesn't seem right? I mean, she is a member of Congress, and she's trying to tell them how to avoid the federal authorities. That's sort of messed up. And I suspect that Tom Homan will have every ability to work with Pam Bondi to go after somebody like that. AOC is in the exact same predicament, for sure. And so, look, this stuff is pretty simple. And I keep going back to poor Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, who couldn't get to first base. And he's like, why are you tearing down the wall? We need the wall. Why tear it down? And they're like, Biden's like, I'm the federal government. I want these people coming in. I don't care what you say. I mean, Abbott, unfortunately, there did not have the jurisdiction because you see the feds control the borders. That's how it is. So if you're New York or if you're California and you're going to get in the way of this, then you're going to have a problem. As you should, right? As you absolutely positively should. It's not acceptable what they're doing. Truly not. This is Ilhan, right? Given the instructions for people, make sure they avoid the feds.
At maxaa la dhahaa ii sheeg aadan dadkaaniiti aadan u sheegin information aadan rabin inay ogaadaan.
All right. I'll admit I didn't understand it, but we had some subtitles there. So she's out there doing that. By the way, now you got people in Congress saying we should export her for this. If this is how strongly she feels, the world would be a better place without Ilhan Omar trying to tell people this. And that would be one. Brandon Gill, I just want to show you a quick clip. Here he is on CNN speaking about the issue.
I just want to follow up with this post that you had on X. You said that Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, a U.S. citizen, should be deported to her home country of Somalia. Omar became a naturalized citizen at 17. Why did you do that?
Well, listen, my colleague Ilhan Omar, she is an American citizen. She is a member of the House of Representatives. I didn't call for her to be deported, but I did say that America would be better off were she deported. I think that there is a serious problem, particularly given after the past 4 years of open borders, of Democrats facilitating the invasion of our country by illegal aliens. My colleague Ilhan Omar was advising illegal alien Somalis on how to evade ICE detection. That is as un-American as you can possibly get. It's unbecoming of a congressperson.
What evidence?
And I absolutely
where are
think
you
that
getting
it is
that from
disgusting.
specifically? Where are you getting that from specifically?
We have the audio of her doing that.
But do you
I
think
just
that
played it.
Interview.
she is a duly elected member of Congress?
She has a
her
duty
constituents
to uphold
put her
the
in
values
office.
and customs of America,
You're
not to represent foreign illegal aliens who shouldn't be here to begin
Okay.
with. And I think that raises serious
is
questions.
helping people understand what the laws are. But listen,
that raises serious. To whom is she most loyal? Illegal aliens, Somalis, or American citizens?
She's representing
I
her
think that's a very
constituents
legitimate question.
as a member of Congress. Congressman Brandon Gill, I really appreciate your time. I appreciate this conversation. I think it's really important.
Oh, yeah. And
And I think
by the way, that woman's an idiot. She's representing her constituents. Her constituents who can't vote, her constituents who aren't American, her constituents who don't have citizenship. I mean, really. And she's telling them how to avoid ICE and the feds. I mean, this is going to become a problem. I mean, I don't think it's a constitutional crisis. I think the law is very, very clear on this, okay? So these lefties are going to have to get in line soon. I think our patience is very thin for this sort of nonsense. It's good to have you guys here. Quick reminder, go over to 76 Research. For goodness sakes, it's the weekend. Do yourself this favor. This is my gift to you. Get it for $1 a month. And you know what? If you don't like it, we'll refund your dollar, okay? But I promise you will. It's really, really important. Joe Bernal, thank you for your generosity. I'm just looking here. You're saying, is it possible that if Congress doesn't pass these tax cuts, that President Trump signed an executive order on to extend the tax cuts? I think that's an interesting question. And not to sound too much like Peppermint Patty, but I may have to circle back on that one. I mean, because again, a lot of this comes down to where the law is. And I think that Stephen Miller has made certain things really clear. But when it comes to taxation, that's something that generally is in the field or the sphere of Congress, if you would, Joe. So Congress may ultimately be the one to make that final decision. But I'll tell you, they're going to hurt themselves if they don't get this. I think he's got the wind at his back. He's got everything he wants. He got all the people he wants. They know what happens if you fall out of line here. And you know what? This is important. Let me just say, this is really, really important. We had to get rid of the rhinos because the rhinos were part of the system that were causing so much stress that disabled him from really actually being able to see all the success he could have seen back in 2016. I mean, look, he did great. Okay, prior to 2020, we had the most growth in median incomes that we had seen since the 1950s. You got to go all the way back to JFK to get anything like that. And that's adjusted for inflation. So you had a really booming middle class. You had low inflation. You had job growth. You had economic growth, prosperity. People were making more money. And our economy was going crazy. We were booming. And then what happened? Oh, you had March 2020 come along. And one of the things that bothers me about this Jasmine chica is that she's out there saying over and over again, well, we may get another one. We may get another one. Is that what they want? Is that what the left is wishing for? I certainly hope not, but I'm a realist. Go check 76research.com out. Use code word dollar. Use code word dollar, DOLLAR. Sign up. Get the report. There's a great piece on gold today. A great piece on gold because, gosh, this gold's like $3,000 an ounce. Of course, we told you to buy it back in April. We tell you to do a lot of things there, so you should pay attention.